Hey YouTube, this is the shortened video of turning those pallets into that chicken coop, so try to keep up. Alright, begin by removing the slats from the pallets. Now, other than the slats with the ridiculous amount of nails in, they should be easy to remove. And then you want to line them up against two frames to create something like that. It's pretty simple to do. Have one going horizontally and one vertically, and just feel the corner and make sure they're lined up to each other. You're going to nail it into the vertical one, and then you're going to continue doing that with all of the slats until you've got around about 10 again, so you have something looking like this. Now you want to create the slope, because these are your side panels, so effectively the roof is going to sit on top of these. So what you want to do is measure from the top one and go down 3 slats and draw a line and cut it out. Pretty simple to do. You then want to square it up, so you've got yourself a square side panel with a sloped ending. Now you will have 2 side panels with 2 vertical frames. What you need is the upper horizontal frame. This is effectively what the rooftop is going to be screwed into. So to do that, it's another piece of wood, line it up, saw it off and screw it in place. Now we're going to utilize one of the pallets for the base. All you want to do is remove the blocks so that you've got the flat pallet surface looking like this. Next, I nailed a 3mm hardboard onto the pallet that we've just removed the blocks from and laid it on top of 2 pallets without removing anything from the pallets, just so we have an elevated base. Now you want to glue the base, the side panels, everything to the 2 pallets that you've stacked up in order to elevate the chicken coop. Once done, I added a board to the front and we have something that looks like this. Now it's already starting to look more like a chicken coop. I added a beam at the back so that it can provide structural support when we hang in the roosting box. For the entrance to the roosting box, I screwed in a piece of chipboard and drew on 4 rough sketches of entrance points and then used the jigsaw to cut them out. For the rooftop I used, again, chipboard, probably not the best material in hindsight, but it works and it looks okay still, and that's after 2 or 3 months. Added some felt, glued it on, and just wrapped it like you would do a present. And you're going to screw that into the frame that we created earlier, which was added as an addition to the side panels. Now ideally it should hang at least an inch or 2 left and right hand side, and definitely over the back to protect the roosting box. And when you add the roost entrance, make sure you screw it into the supportive 2x4 beam that we added earlier on. I've also added one above it as well, so that it's secured from top and bottom. And we're back with side panels, this time for the roosting box. So it's going to be much shorter. I'd say 4 or 5 slats attached to 2 vertical beams. It's very much the same as what you did on the side panels for the main coop. So screw it into place, saw off any excess pieces of wood, so you should be left with 2 square side panels. And then the next stage is to slope it. Now as it's much smaller, I suggest you only go down from the top of the left hand side to the next one down on the right hand side. Next you want to make the frame of your roosting box, so 2 2x4s, equal length as your chicken coop. And you want to nail in place a backboard and a base. The front face of the chicken coop is one standard pallet. I removed all of the backing off it, so you just had the upper part of the pallet, and then I filled any of the gaps that I had on the pallet with a piece of chipboard behind it. And after that, add some hinges so that you're able to lift the front and access for cleaning out the chicken coop. Same for the back, for access for collecting the eggs. And the final thing to do is to screw into place 3 separators so that you have 4 separate boxes within your roost. And that is it, you're all done. You have yourself a chicken coop. Now make sure to check out my channel where I've got modifications that I've made to the chicken coop since making this video. Also, I've got the full length version of making this, which goes into far more detail. It's certainly worth a watch. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you soon.